When she was 10 years old, Trisa Suke found out she had alopecia, a medical condition that can cause total hair loss, and for over a decade, she tried to hide her condition. All that changed when, for a final project at Ryerson's media production program, she decided to make Foxy. This is a film based on her story that features commentary from other people who live with alopecia. Trisa is in studio with us this morning, along with her classmate and co-writer, Ellis Poleyko. Good to have you both here with us this morning.
Yes.
Thank you.
Trisa, this is your story, so tell me about Penny, the title character in Foxy.
Okay, so Penny was completely based off my own experiences with having alopecia, which we wrote together. We just sat down, we hashed it out. We hashed out my past. We got to the bottom of it, and yeah, we just based this character completely off my own experiences with hiding it from a boyfriend, hiding it from friends, and just the overall experiences of hiding it. It's crazy.
How did you do that? How did you go about hiding it?
So since I was 10 years old, I always I begged my parents for wigs. I just really was so uncomfortable with it at that age because all my friends have beautiful long hair. It's such a hard age to deal with that at. So yeah, just starting at that age, since that time till now, I've been just hiding with wigs, makeup. Someone would ask me, I would lie to them. I would avoid pool parties, everything.
It really changed. It really ran your life.
It really ran my life. Yeah, but I didn't even talk about it, so it's I pretended it wasn't part of my life.
How did you go from hiding it, not talking about it, to making a film about it?
Okay, that's a really funny story. So that's when Ellis comes into the picture.
Good friends before?
Yeah,
Yeah, we've been living together since basically first year.
since first year, we lived on the same floor in residence.
Did you hide it from Ellis?
Yeah, I tried.
So I kind of knew something was up. I didn't know if she was wearing a wig exactly, but I was like, okay, there's something a little off about her hair. So I was wondering this for a while, and one day, with the help of a lot of wine, we were at a residence
Wasn't
party.
that much wine?
It was a lot. Well, first we were at a residence party, and I just kind of pulled her aside, and I was like, yo, what's up with your hair?
She said it in front of everyone. She asked me in front of this entire party. I was the worst 30 seconds of my life.
Sure.
And I was like, no, get away from me. I was shooing you away. And then
No one was listening, but
I'm sure there was.
But you felt like everyone was.
Yeah, I felt the whole room was staring at me. Anyways, so I took her into a corner. We left the room, and she just pulled it out of me. And then I just confided in her. I started crying. It was a mess. So she knew, and I was like, please don't tell anyone. Please. So we had this little secret.
and I didn't tell. I even lied to my mom when she asked me about it.
Wow.
So I was like, true friend.
And then how did it come to be where you were making a film about it?
Right, so fast forward 3 years later, thesis film at Ryerson University. We're in radio and television arts. And we both knew we wanted to always lead a practicum and pitch an idea. I'd be ahead of it. And then another night where wine was involved.
Liquid courage.
It's fine. Ellis was like, we should lead a practicum. We should write a script about your alopecia as a joke. She said as a joke, but
Were you really joking?
No, I wasn't, because we always knew we wanted to do something, and I was like, listen, Trista, you can't hide this anymore. It's clearly killing you, and
it was, and then
yeah, and I knew if she wanted to come out about it, it needed to be big. It needs to be all eyes on her, come on, you've been hiding it for so long.
It's so funny.
You're a good friend and obviously somebody that she trusts a lot. So how did you let her know that this is a story that she needed to tell from her perspective?
Yeah, I was just kind of listen, this is such a unique story. Who do you know who hides the fact that they don't have hair? I've never.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about it, and I was like, I don't want to make it just about me. Let's do a documentary of just feature a whole bunch of people who are dealing with insecurities, physical insecurities. I didn't want it to be just about alopecia.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of people can relate to having something that they're ashamed of, on their body, whatever.
Message.
Yeah, exactly. But then Ellis or someone was just your story itself is just focus on that because it's so interesting in its own, and I didn't see it. But now I do see it. It's interesting, right?
And you didn't just put your voice in there. You also brought in the voices of other people who live with alopecia.
Right.
How did you find them, and why was that important to you?
So that's
Yeah, so originally we were actually thinking about doing just a documentary, and then we were like, you know what, okay, how do we get more people interested? Because people like documentaries, but everyone loves a little bit of a rom-com.
It took us so long to figure it out how to do it because so long. We just sit down in our living room, just be okay, let's figure this out. Nothing would happen. But we wanted real people, but then we wanted to be entertaining, and I want to feature my story in it as well. So, alas.
So yeah, we looked at people on
combined it.
Facebook. Like we reached out, we posted everywhere. Like so many different alopecia groups. Actually, I was living in Australia for half of this project, so we did like half of this over Skype.
Wow.
It was
Yeah, it's
insane.
hard. So hard.
So I met some people over there with alopecia and filmed them. It was really unique.
Trisa, you went from hiding this for years, even from people that you lived with, to obviously being so excited and so proud to share your story with everybody.
Yeah,
How do you
night
feel now?
and day.
How do you feel now that it's not a secret anymore?
Amazing. It is such a weight off my shoulders. Like anyone out there, honestly, anyone out there who is dealing with something that you are ashamed of and you don't tell anyone, tell people. Because you will feel so amazing after. It's so hard. But now I'm like, I wake up in the morning, I look at myself, bald in the mirror, like, and I still, I still like don't love it, but it's okay.
Are you wearing
It's
a wig
okay.
right now?
Yeah, this is a wig.
Amazing.
And
Were you always?
you know what?
What? Let me see. Are you gonna take it off for me?
For the fans, you know?
What? Listen.
So yeah, and like only
what it looks
hair
like
is
in
growing
Oregon.
back right here right now. Couldn't tell you why. Mind of its own. Mind of its own.
So before, you had no hair, and this is what's grown back in?
Yeah, I didn't have eyebrows or eyelashes either.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing. The next part of your journey. What's
It
next
is.
for you?
Good question. Just finished school, graduating soon. Have this movie, but I want to I want to make something of this movie. I didn't do all this work for nothing, and it's a story that needs to be heard. Many stories, not just mine, but like 10 stories that need to be heard.
We definitely want to distribute it. We got to fix up the audio a little bit. We're looking into doing that, and once that's done, I think there's potential. Like I'd love to get more screenings done. Maybe talk to some networks about it.
Yeah, we're kind of in like limbo right now, we just need to figure it out. Maybe do something creative with it. I don't know.
It is much more, I can tell you, than just a student project. Congratulations to both of you. Thanks for being honest and telling your story.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming on our show to do it.
Yeah.
So proud of you, baby.